Perfect. And I'm gonna dump these all into a bowl. I'm actually gonna empty my compost here. Because I'm gonna be peeling some potatoes and getting more compost going there, so. Calls for 1.5 pounds of potatoes, so I got about that here. Calls for peeled. If you don't want it peeled and you just want to chop, that's fine too. Honestly, I have nothing against a peel, but I just wanted to try the recipe like the way it calls for. I'm kind of a purist that way, at least the first couple times, and then it's just never that way ever again. Well, that's a nasty looking chunk of potato right there. Don't know what happened with that. Don't want to look at that again. But hey, the imperfections let us know it's natural, right? If it all looked perfect, that would be weird. It's like the more you go through the winter, the stranger the vegetables look. Pardon me and my cold. I didn't want to miss prepping with you guys. Because it's nice to have some company. And it's also nice to have a glass of wine. Like, I hope you have a glass of wine. Or a beer. Or, you know, a gluten-free beer. Or whatever happens to be your thing. Or a glass of water. Staying hydrated is important. I am not being too picky on these peels. Like, the only person ever looking for perfection from you is you. Hate to burst your bubble. All right. I think this is why I like having my potatoes with the peel on. Is because I just honestly hate peeling potatoes. I'm not gonna make this mistake again. It's not gonna happen. Like, I'm tempted to just leave this last potato just with its peel on. Even though, goodness, it's like I should really get into these to figure out what's going on with these potatoes. These might be the ugliest potatoes I've ever seen in my life. Almost there. Hope somebody in my family at least knows I took the time to peel their potatoes and appreciates it. That's not gonna happen. Okay. Here we go. Now I'm just gonna do rough chop, 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 chop. Nice thing about a stew too, it doesn't have to be perfect. There's nothing about it that has to be perfect. Everything's misshapen. Everything just sits there for forever. Magically delicious. But this is gonna make it so easy to throw together this week. Like, in a couple days time, I'm going to be feeling like the champion of my life for having done this. And I hope you are getting the exact same feeling. Go. Potatoes. Now, honestly, there's nothing else that I can think of for this week that I would want to prep. This was going like above and beyond. So, this bowl of stuff, since there's potatoes in it, since there's carrots in it, I am going to put water in it and put a lid on it and put it in the fridge because that's going to keep those veggies good. Otherwise, my potatoes are gonna turn funny colors and the carrots are gonna go real dry and just, it's not gonna be pretty. It's not gonna be appetizing and no point in prepping your stuff if it's just not gonna be good. So I'm gonna cover that in water and put it in the fridge. I got 10 minutes left on my chicken and then that's gonna be all done. I am so excited to hear what you're gonna think of the recipes this week. Let me know, good or bad, and I will talk to you next week. Bye-bye.